me along for the cruise today. I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of my 2013 C63 AMG, which I picked up recently. It's actually been a dream car for me since I was like 17 years old, 18 years old. Ever since like we used to watch those Top Gear episodes, right? I'm sure you guys know the ones with Jeremy Clarkson and the CLK 63 Black Series. Yeah, those. So it's been a long time I've been kind of like, you know, just eyeing this car, but obviously could never afford it, right? But now, you know, shit's going good, and I figured, you know what, I saw a crazy deal on one and I just could not pass it up. So hope you guys check out the video of me picking up the car and surprising all my boys and shit, because that was a lot of fun. So this one here, as I mentioned, 2013, we picked it up with about 116,000 kilometers on the odometer. That works out to just under 70,000 miles for you guys that are from United States. Interior, we definitely got the red guts. I couldn't pass that up. That was one of the major things I loved about this one. And if you guys know anything about C63s, you could pretty much pick one up for like 15K. They're getting really cheap right now, but what you generally end up with is a older model, right? You end up with the W204 still, but you get like the old exterior, the old interior, and the old transmission. And it's not, it's cheap, but you know what? Like, look at this guy flying. Hold on. Holy shit. And his boy. Should we? I think we shall. So one of the biggest things you get with the 2012 Plus is the new MCT, which is really quick on the shifts. You get a comfort mode, a sport plus, and an M mode, which has the quickest shifts out of the three. And you can see on the downshift, click. So like each mode is, I think I heard it was like 100 millisecond shifts, and then on the sport mode, and then the sport plus is a little bit faster, and then the M mode is a little bit faster than that. One thing, when you are doing like a kind of highway pulls and stuff like that, to be honest with you, I do prefer it to be in sport plus, because it's easier just to hit the throttle, let it downshift, and it kind of kicks really hard on the downshift and you're off, right? And it gets the perfect shift every time at the right RPM. You're never gonna hit limiter or any of that bullshit, right? So it's more consistent speed rather than you being in M mode, being in the wrong gear. You know, the hit doesn't quite feel the same, and then you might miss shift, you might shift early, late, right? Hit the limiter, etc. So it's a no right turn red, but sometimes people just send it out here. Yeah, so those are the kind of differences with the MCT. So a couple things, with the P30 package, you actually get the Alcantara side grips on the wheel, and that's one of the most determining factors. That's how you know it's actually a P30 or P31. The standard ones will have like perforated leather on the sides, right? Now the whole point of getting a P31 is really the diff. Like that's kind of like the main determining factor, because you see in 09 and up, those older C63s, as long as you got the P30 package, you automatically got the LSD, okay? But in the 2012 plus, you did not. Even if you got a P30 or P31, you still had to get the LSD equipped on the car, and a lot of them did not come with it. Right, so you actually, the way to do this, guys, is to grab your VIN number, or grab the VIN number of the car you're looking to purchase, and all you gotta do is call the dealership and just speak to the service department and ask them to look into the data card for the vehicle you're interested in, and have them look for a code called 471 on the vehicle. So if it came with 471 equipped, that's actually I believe it's mechanically locking differential. So that's the main thing you want to look for, which is the LSD. And I'm telling you guys, it changes the way this car drives completely. If you pick up the non-LSD and you feel the way it puts down power, it's just not the same. It just does not hook up the same. It does not, you know, feel the same in the corners when you're coming on power out of the corner. And when you're trying to slide it, like this car with the diff, you can slide it with 2 fingers. Like, it's so effortless with the torque it has. It's fantastic. This car came set up with 235s all around, which is kind of, I don't even think that's stock for the back, so, but this guy did it. So, and it kind of flows and fits really nicely. So with this wheel setup that he got on there, so I might just leave it as it is. I may go 255, I haven't decided yet, but I already need rears, which I'm not surprised. So far this car has been pretty wicked. Now, noted I do have an engine light, guys, and we figured out what that was it's a long-term fuel trim is at like 40% at idle. And what that means is that there's evidently a vacuum leak at idle. So which is honestly a small issue considering the price I paid for the car and the condition it's in, right? So what I'm gonna do is, and these cars are really easy to work on, so all I gotta do is take off a lot of this plastic intake shit, and we're gonna check out the gasket on the intake manifold. So that's all it really ever is on these cars. Now, these cars are known to have head bolt issues, and if you buy the 09, if you buy the early gen ones with the pre-facelift, those ones are like more prone to it, right? So these ones I've heard that it's been rectified on like 2011 and up, right? So if you get a mid 2011 and 12, 13, 14, you likely won't have any head bolt issues, all right? The other thing is the transmission. Now, in the first gen vehicle, you got a really shitty transmission. Like, you definitely need a tune on it just to make it feel even remotely responsive. And that old tranny, guys, it's like, it's kind of sloppy. Like, it's torque converter based, right? Whereas this is an MCT. So in the 2012 plus cars, you get a proper MCT. Now, that's not to be mistaken with dual clutch, okay? So it's not a dual clutch transmission. It's actually got multiple clutches per gear, essentially, from what I understand. So really snappy, responsive shifts, much better feel in automatic mode and in manual mode. So definitely, if you guys can budget it, go for the friggin' facelift. And I'm telling you guys, honestly, the taillights on the facelift make the car at nighttime when you're cruising and you see the 2 strips here and here, it makes it all worth it. Like, that's the best part. And this is what I'm talking about with the lights. Can't get over the way it looks from the back, especially at night when you're cruising. And this guy got a little bit of a diffuser extension put on it, which looks all right. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about that. Carbon fiber lip spoiler you also get on the P30 package. The windows have already been tinted, fortunately. And yeah, and of course with the facelift you also get the new front bumper and the new headlights, which is also a really nice piece. Makes the car look a lot more modern. It's not as dated, and you get that little C and all that with the projector, right? So yeah, I got really lucky with this car, and as I said, it's a car I've absolutely always wanted. I gotta say though, this front bumper is super classy, but as far as stepping apart from like a C350 Mercedes, the first gen cars had a more aggressive front bumper in my opinion, but I think a lip takes care of that quite well. But yeah, overall condition of the car is absolutely beautiful. No dents, no scratches or anything. Like, the car was really solid. And of course, as you know, couldn't pass up the friggin' red seats, man. Could not. And carbon fiber trim inside here, over here as well. And I think I just want to change the lights to LED. That's the main thing I'm gonna do first. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. How many of you are, you know, into V8s? I noticed one of the biggest things on my channel that you guys watch is my V8 content, right? It's mostly just like you guys are watching not the G shit or the Z shit. It's the BMW 540, it's the Mustang content, the GT 500 content, right? It's kind of more that American vibe V8. But you guys took the BMW 540 to like over 1 million views, which was crazy. So you know what? I'm hoping you guys like this German V8, which is absolutely my favorite V8 of all time. And we're gonna be making a lot of content with this car, so stay tuned.